The tennis world thought it was just another comeback story. A legend returning to the grass. A rising star chasing history. A routine WTA 500 tournament in Berlin before Wimbledon. But then Serena Williams said Alex Eala's name. And suddenly, the entire sport stopped to watch. Because this was never supposed to happen. Not like this. Not 4 years after Serena walked away from tennis. Not while Alex Eala was fighting for the biggest breakthrough of her young career. And definitely not during a grass season already overflowing with pressure, rankings drama, and expectations from an entire nation. Yet somehow, the Berlin Open became the center of the tennis universe. A place where generations were about to collide. A place where the greatest champion of the modern era and the brightest Filipino star tennis has ever produced would finally breathe the same air, walk the same hallways, and maybe, just maybe, stand on the same court. And the deeper this story goes, the more unbelievable it becomes. Because for Alex Eala, Serena Williams was never just another player. She was the reason the dream felt possible in the first place. Berlin, Germany, June 2026. The official announcement landed like a thunderclap across the tennis world. Serena Williams was officially returning for the Berlin Open. Not an exhibition. Not a charity appearance. Not a ceremonial farewell. Real competition. Real matches. Real stakes. At 44 years old, after nearly 4 years away from professional tennis, the 23-time Grand Slam champion had decided she wasn't finished yet. The statement released by the tournament organizers spread instantly across social media. Every tournament I add to my schedule right now feels special, and Berlin is no exception, Serena said. I'm excited to compete in front of the German fans and continue building momentum throughout the grass season. Momentum. That one word changed everything. Because suddenly this wasn't nostalgia anymore. This wasn't a farewell tour. This was Serena Williams preparing for something bigger. Possibly Wimbledon. Possibly one last historic run. And while the tennis world was still trying to process Serena's comeback, another name quietly sat on the Berlin entry list. Alex Eala. The 21-year-old Filipino sensation. World number 33. Fresh off the biggest grass court breakthrough of her life. A Birmingham champion carrying the hopes of an entire country into one of the toughest tournaments of the year. And now she was about to share tournament grounds with the woman she grew up idolizing. For Alex, the news almost didn't feel real. During a Tennis Channel interview at Queen's Club, she was asked the question everyone already knew was coming. Alex, what does it mean to compete in the same tournament as Serena Williams? The moment the interviewer finished speaking, Eala's expression changed completely. The calm matchday focus disappeared. For just a second, she looked like a fan again. It's incredible, she said softly. I did not think that I would be able to experience that in my lifetime, to be on the tour while Serena is competing as well. There was no performance in her voice. No attempt to sound polished. Just pure disbelief. The kind that only happens when childhood dreams suddenly become real. Of course, she continued, she is the great and such an inspiration. To be able to see that firsthand and experience the tour at the same time as her is something I'll remember for life. Then came the sentence that spread across the Philippines within hours. A sentence so honest that even non-tennis fans stopped scrolling and listened. Even if I don't get any interactions with her, it would still be an honor just to be in the same space. That was the moment people understood why Alex Eala connects so deeply with fans around the world. Because despite the rankings, despite the headlines, despite becoming one of the fastest rising players in women's tennis, she still speaks with humility that feels genuine. And now Berlin was about to give her something even bigger than inspiration. Possibility. Because Serena Williams wasn't entering singles. She was entering doubles. And that changed everything. At Queen's Club just days earlier, Serena had returned to professional tennis alongside 19-year-old Canadian star Victoria Mboko. The comeback match felt surreal. The crowd inside Andy Murray Arena rose before the first ball had even been struck. Nearly 4 years after her last professional match at the 2022 US Open, Serena Williams was walking onto a WTA court again. The applause was deafening. Fans cried openly in the stands. Commentators struggled to hide their emotion. And somehow, impossibly, Serena still looked dangerous. She served aces over 120 miles per hour. She crushed backhand winners that reminded everyone why she once dominated the sport like no player before her. She smiled constantly. She laughed between points. And when she and Boko defeated the third-seeded doubles team in straight sets, the tennis world exploded. Serena Williams was back. But then came the twist nobody expected. Victoria Mboko suffered a knee injury during singles competition and was forced to withdraw from the doubles draw. Serena's return lasted only 1 match. For most players, that would have been the end of the story. Not for Serena. "I'm going to keep going," she told reporters afterward. "This is just the beginning." Berlin was next. And this time, she would partner with Karolina Muchova, one of the most creative players in women's tennis. The announcement created immediate excitement. Serena Williams and Karolina Muchova. Power and artistry. Experience and elegance. A partnership dangerous enough to challenge anyone in the draw. But hidden beneath all that excitement was another possibility the tennis world couldn't stop imagining. What if Serena and Alex Eala crossed paths? Not in passing. Not in a hallway. On a court. The fantasy spread through Filipino social media almost instantly. Alex Eala practicing with Serena Williams. Alex facing Serena in doubles. Alex sharing a training session with the greatest player of all time. The dream felt impossible. But suddenly, not impossible enough. Because Serena had already shown a willingness to compete alongside younger players. She chose Mboko at Queen's Club. Now she was teaming with Muchova. She was embracing the next generation instead of hiding from it. And Alex Eala represented exactly what modern women's tennis is becoming. Fearless. Global. Young. Emotionally authentic. A player carrying an entire nation with her every time she walks onto court. That mattered to Serena. Throughout her career, Serena Williams always respected fighters. And Alex Eala had become one of the biggest fighters on tour. But to truly understand why Berlin felt so emotional for Alex, you have to understand the journey that brought her there. Because none of this was guaranteed. Not the rankings. Not the grass court success. Not even survival on tour. Just months earlier, Alex Eala was still trying to prove she belonged at the highest level. The talent had always been obvious. The results had not. For years, she carried the label of future star. A phrase that sounds exciting until you realize how heavy it becomes. Future star means people are always waiting, always expecting, always asking when the breakthrough is finally coming. And for Alex, the pressure was multiplied by something few players in tennis history have ever experienced. She wasn't just playing for herself. She was playing for the Philippines. A country desperate for a tennis icon. A nation that stayed awake past midnight to watch her matches. A nation that celebrated every victory like a national holiday and felt every defeat personally. When Alex won the US Open girls title in 2022, becoming the first Filipina ever to win a junior Grand Slam singles championship, the entire country erupted. But junior success is only the beginning. Professional tennis is brutal. Talent alone means nothing. You either survive or you disappear. And Alex survived everything. The losses. The travel. The loneliness. The pressure. The expectations. Then came Miami in 2025. The tournament that changed everything. As a wild card ranked outside the top 100, Eala stunned the tennis world by defeating Grand Slam champions one after another. Madison Keys. Iga Swiatek. Yelena Ostapenko. 3 major champions. 1 fearless Filipina. By the end of that run, she wasn't a prospect anymore. She was a real threat. And now, 1 year later, She had arrived at Berlin ranked world number 33. One spot outside Wimbledon's seeding territory. One tournament away from another career milestone. But the timing could not have been more dangerous. The 163 ranking points from her Eastbourne final run the previous year were about to expire. That meant Berlin was not just another tournament. It was a pressure cooker. One bad week could send her ranking backward. One great week could secure a Wimbledon seed and completely change her draw at the biggest tournament in the world. The stakes were enormous. And standing in the middle of all that pressure was Serena Williams. Her idol. Her inspiration. The woman who made players like Alex believe they could dream globally. That is why Berlin suddenly felt bigger than rankings. Bigger than points. Bigger than even Wimbledon preparation. It felt symbolic. One generation stepping onto the same stage as the next. And the closer the tournament got, the more emotional the entire story became. Fans started creating edits comparing Serena's early career to Alex's rise. Filipino supporters posted childhood photos of Eala wearing Serena-inspired outfits. Comment sections filled with people imagining what a practice session between them might look like. Some fans dreamed about a doubles partnership in the future. Others simply wanted one photograph together. One moment. One exchange. Something Alex could carry forever. Because sometimes sports are not about titles. Sometimes they are about witnessing history intersect. And this felt exactly like that. A passing of energy. A reminder that legends do not disappear when they leave the sport. They inspire the next wave. And in many ways, Alex Eala represents part of Serena Williams' legacy even if they never share a court. Fearless young women from backgrounds the tennis establishment never fully expected. Players who forced the world to pay attention. Players who made entire countries believe. Berlin was about competition. But it was also about recognition. Recognition that Alex Eala had finally arrived in the spaces she once only dreamed about entering. No longer watching from television screens. No longer imagining herself there someday. She was there now. Walking beside champions. Preparing beside legends. Existing inside the same tournament ecosystem as Serena Williams herself. And perhaps the most beautiful part of all this is that Alex never lost perspective. Even while the world around her grew louder, bigger, more chaotic, she still sounded grateful. Still sounded grounded. Still sounded like someone who understood how rare these moments really are. It would still be an honor just to be in the same space. That sentence stayed with people because it carried no ego. Only appreciation. Only wonder. And maybe that is why fans connect with her so deeply. Because beneath the rankings and the highlights and the viral moments, Alex Eala still feels human. Still feels reachable. Still feels like the young girl who once watched Serena Williams dominate Wimbledon and dreamed impossible dreams from thousands of miles away. Now she walks into Berlin as one of the most important young players in women's tennis. Now the world is watching her. Now children across the Philippines are dreaming because of her. That is how the cycle continues. One champion inspires another. One generation opens the door for the next. And somewhere in Berlin, under the grass-court skies of June 2026, Alex Eala was about to live the moment she once thought she would only ever watch from afar. The draw had not even been released yet. But the tennis world already knew something special was happening. Not because of rankings. Not because of trophies. Because sometimes the most powerful moments in sports happen before the first point is even played. And this felt like one of them.